Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, Jesus. Oh, hello, and good morning, everyone. It is B with the B Code Alpha Female Talk, and I am here early in the morning just to give some commentary on a little clip that I saw. But anyway, first of all, y'all know, as usual, I like to thank everyone that watches my videos and subscribes to my channel. Please hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, share, comment, do whatever. Why? Because this is a free space. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Anyway, I was out here. I just woke up a little while ago, did my little morning routine, having my coffee and cigarette social. I just want to get right into this because I was out here in these YouTube streets. Soon as I turned on YouTube, here comes this across my screen. And I kind of listened to a snippet of it. I didn't listen to all of it. It's a short clip. But as the conversation ensued, something that one of the panel members said, it just said a light flashed on in my mind, because I have experienced this situation, not me personally, but with someone else. And I'm just saying to myself, like, wow. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna share my screen because I'm not gonna be on here long. I got some things I need to do. But I'm gonna share my screen so we can get into it really quickly, and then I can go. So as you guys know, I love to watch the Lapeef Network, the panel. I like the content that he creates. I like the things that they talk about. And what struck me was the title. Man says only desperate men date single moms with another man's seed. And Bruiser, he is one of the main ones on the panel who's always saying, don't date single moms this, single moms that, single moms this. But something struck me when DJ made a comment, and it's giving yes. It's giving yes. It's telling me yes. This is what happened to this man. And as you can see, by my title, it says another man got the woman he was in love with pregnant. I got two he-he's, maybe he, ha ha. No, I'm not laughing. Let me edit this really quick so I can make it make sense. I was going to title it something else, but let's make that change really quick. Okay, perfect. So let's listen to it really quick, because there's a few things that I noticed just in the, I don't know, 2 minutes that I watched. Things just really came to me quickly. So I said, let me get on here and before I overthink and forget what I want to talk about. But anyway, let's go. No point. You let him walk away.
I want to ask you a question about your theory, though. So we got your method, right, which basically says that no other men could deal with her, right? After she
no man should deal with a woman with kids until their kids are grown. Let the man take care of his family, sort of like what.
Okay, so see, now you know that first of all, they're moving the goalposts. Don't date a woman with kids until the kids are grown. We just moved the goalposts. So what are you saying? Oh, now it's okay to date her once her children are grown, right? if she has grown children, sir, that means she is at least in her 40s and 50s when all of the children are grown. So then it's okay to date her. But what about the post-box syndrome that you guys speak of? What about hitting the wall? What about at this age, at those ages, she won't be able to have any more kids? So what is it going to be next? I mean, her life is pretty much built, flourished, used, and now she is just pretty much living life, coming down off of everything that she's built, enjoying everything that she's built. Her children are grown. She's enjoying her alone time. And then you're supposed to come into her life and do what? At 40, 50 years old, do what? Are you going to make it peaceful? Is this going to be a peaceful existence if she starts dating all over again with men or you or whomever the hell? Where are we going? Because the only place I can see you going with a woman in her 40s and 50s with grown children, we'll just say what it is, an empty nest. Where are you going with her? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a hospice wife now? Are you looking for a woman to take care of you and all your ailments, your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your erectile dysfunction issues? See, she's supposed to accept you. She's supposed to wait until all her children are grown to start dating, and then she's supposed to hop in this dating pool with a bunch of impotent, sick ass niggas. Make it make sense. But anyway, that's not even why I was here. But I mean, that was just something that just sounded kind of silly. Like, what's your purpose? It's going to be hard to date her once her children are grown because she doesn't. What are you going to help her with? I mean, are you going to help her take her postmenopausal pills? Are you going to her postmenopausal hormone pills or her premenopausal? What are you going to help her do? Like what's the goal here, right? What's the goal here? Anyway, let's continue.
What M. White said, if he go and impregnate multiple women, those women are.
So how about this? So how about this? What's to stop me?
I gotta be by myself for the rest of my life.
What's to stop me? Your children ain't got to be children for the rest of your life unless you continue to become a baby mother for the rest of your life.
Hold on a second. I wanted to finish asking you that question real quick. What's to stop me as the F boy from after I knocked Bohemia up? That now I just hit Jasmine, leave her with a wet behind, and then I'm gonna go trash DJ, Lady O, everybody, Amos Pro.
Forced polygyny.
You won't get that.
Those are your kids. You're gonna have to take care of them.
I shame men if they have kids and they ain't taking care.
Yeah, but look how much damage I've already created.
If you decide that you want to go make multiple women the mother of your children, so be it. And if those women on the other side also decide that, hey, we want to be pregnant and have kids by the same man, so be it.
Okay, so this is what I have a problem with. This is what I have a problem with. See, he doesn't want to tell this man. He doesn't want to make the comment that he's supposed to be making with this man. He's supposed to tell this man, dude, if you go and knock up 4 broads, if you go and impregnate 4 broads, you are a dumb motherfucker. And this is something you shouldn't be doing. So see, they don't want to check each other. They don't want to check each other and say, man, that's not right. You're not supposed to do that. Now you done shit it in a dating pool. You done shit it. You done shit it on 4 women. And here I am telling men not to date single mothers. But now you done created 4 single mothers and you have just sat them down and put them out of the dating pool, made them inaccessible to other men. So while you're sitting here telling men don't date single mothers, but you're not telling men don't create single mothers. If you get a woman pregnant, you need to marry her. Matter of fact, don't get a woman pregnant unless you have married her. They don't want to check each other. They just want to tell men what not to do. Don't date a woman with kids. Don't date a single mother. Okay, well, who's out here creating a single mothers? Why aren't you checking these men? Why aren't you shaming these men? Why aren't you making it to where these men are using their brains instead of their penises? So, women, we are always looking for, if we are not in a relationship, we're always looking for a man. We're always looking to date. We're always looking for a relationship. We're always looking for that potential husband. So these men are coming into our lives. They're lying to us. They're manipulating us. They're playing games. And then they get you pregnant and then they leave. Me, I say off with your head, because if you leave this woman pregnant, what are you going to do with the next woman and the next woman and the next woman and the next woman? I say off with your head at the first one. Maybe at the second one, off with your head if you don't marry her, because now you're just shitting on women. So you mean to tell me you're not going to check this dude? You're not going to check a dude that's out here making a whole bunch of babies? You're not going to check him? He's destroying potential mates for other men. So it's okay for them to shit in the water and then get out and let everybody and then tell men don't go in the water because I just shitted in there. Make it make sense. But anyway, here we go.
Saying that other men should not be coming in to raise your kids. That is your responsibility and your problem.
Okay, this is what I want to say. Why do these men think that they are coming in to raise another man's child? If you have a single mother that is maintaining herself, her home, her children, she's doing a bang up job with it. What the fuck does your presence? Your presence doesn't matter, sir. Your presence really doesn't matter, because whether you're going to be there or not, those kids are going to be taken care of. The fact of the matter is that back in the day, men dated single women, single mothers, number one, because they found the young lady to be attractive and they could see through the bullshit at how a man came and shitted on her and left. And they said, hey, this woman, this is a beautiful woman, beautiful soul, and she got duped. A man came in and saw how beautiful she was inside and out, and he shitted on her. So you know what? I'm going to come in and I'm going to be there for her and be there for this child, because this is something I can clearly see she deserves. And then number two, men back in the day got with single mothers because they were down on their luck. They were homeless, jobless. Nobody would deal with them. And so a single mother in her vulnerable state would. Even though he had another baby mama somewhere else and some kids that he wasn't taking care of. So he found a good woman that's maintaining her own home, taking care of her kids, got food in the refrigerator, soap in the bathroom, toothpaste in the bathroom, toilet paper, everything that he needed, a warm bed, clean sheets, clean blankets, everything that he needed. And so he would slide on in there and play stepdaddy for a short time until he found the woman that he really wanted to. But at the end of the day, he'd put another baby on her. And then once he got his shit together, he would leave. Number three, they know she's having babies. A lot of times, some of the times, these men will come and put a baby on a woman because they'll see is this a woman that I can come in and out of her life? Can I come in and out of her life? Can I come in, be nice, screw her, eat, get some good head, get a nice shower, wash my butt, and then head on out to go find a tramp in the street to mess with? Can I come in and out, in and out, in and out? I probably can, but one of the ways I need to make sure I can do that is to knock her up. Because if I got a baby here, that means she got to open the door. And then I can just put on my slick player talk, knowing that men aren't dealing with her because she's a single mother. So she's going to be hot and horny and ready to fuck. So I can slide in and slide out. This is how these men are, and this is how these men think. And then, like I said, you have some men that are genuinely saying to themselves, genuinely getting to know this woman and the beautiful way that she is and the beautiful way she takes care of her children. And they like, you know what? Yeah, This is what I'm looking for. And I know she can have babies. She's not sterile. Right? So, I mean, but anyway, yeah, let's go. I want to get to my point.
And I think men should move like that.
Why you make it a problem and
okay, here we go. Here go DJ. Here go DJ.
Garbage, clean up the trash, and you make a foundation of a child be so like a messy situation. Like, why is it so angry?
Look at him. Look at how he's like, she about to spill the beans on me. Her thought pattern hasn't gone that far because she's not that old, but I am. I've experienced what the point that she don't know that she's getting at. I've experienced that. But look at his body language when she starts to speak. He gives a cough and he look at it.
The garbage, clean up the trash, and you make
look at him. He starts swallowing. Come on, we about to go back some more. He get nervous. Oh my gosh, she about to bust me out. No, I'm gonna bust you out.
Same mind. So be it. I'm saying that other men should not be coming in to raise your kids. That is your responsibility.
Look at how passionate he is about it. That is your responsibility. I mean, dude, what the fuck? Why do you give a fuck what another man is doing with his life when it comes to the woman he's attracted to? Why the fuck do you care? You don't give a fuck that Trev is knocking up 4 women. So why are you so passionate in this instance? Why are you so passionate about a man coming in and being and raising another man's child? Why are you so passionate? You don't give a fuck if Trev shits on 4 women, impregnates 4 women and leave them, but you are so fucking adamant about men not helping single mothers raise another man's child. Why? Watch his body language. Oh, he about to get nervous. Ooh.
In your problem, not mine. And I think men should move like that.
Why you make it a problem and the garbage, clean up the trash, and you make a foundation of a child be so like a messy situation.
He coughing. He ain't even have to cough. Come on, let's go back. He coughing. There's no cough there, sir. You
That is your responsibility and your problem, not mine. And I think men should move like that.
Why you make it a problem and the garbage, clean up the trash, and you make a foundation of a child be so like a messy situation. Like, why is it so angry with you? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, did it happen to you to where a situation with a woman, like you ended up scarred or hurt behind it? I'm just asking because it really sounds like every example you give of a birth of a child.
Look at him. He starts blinking his eyes. Woo! I see the psychopath in him. He's distraught. He's distraught. Look at him.
Child is clean up the mess. You started with that. You started with, we got to stop. Us as men, we need to stop taking trash out or cleaning up each other's mess. It's just mess to you. Everything.
It is a mess.
So let me tell you. He was in love with a woman. He was in love with a woman, and she was not feeling him. He was chasing her, and she was probably young. She was probably beautiful. He was probably younger. He was probably, telling his friends, I'm gonna make her my wife, and this, that, and the third. And the broad ended up pregnant by another man. I'm telling you. I'm only speculating. I'm telling you, that's what it is. He is too passionate. He becomes psychotic in the mind. He became psychotic in the mind when she was about to hit it right on the nose. Let me hit it for you, baby girl. Somebody knocked his girl up. And then she came back to him. Pregnant. And you know what I'm saying? When a man is into you and a man really wants to be with you, baby, he is paying attention to your body language. He is paying attention to your cycle. He is paying attention to all of that. This is a very intelligent man. He's by no means stupid. And he's been intelligent for a long time. He knew where this baby come from? Somebody knocked his broad up, and then he knocked her up and then left her. And so now she ended up a single mother, and she came to him, and he was like, bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm not taking care of no other man's baby. You dirty ass broad. You this, you that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh my God. He was distraught. He was hurt. And his mission in life has become to stop single mothers from getting help from other men that are good potential mates and good quality people, good quality men for her and her children. He is so mad because somebody knocked his broad up. Now, let me tell you how I came to this conclusion. Because when I was a young girl, I think, how old was I? I think I was like 13. And, I was in this group home, and it was two-sided. It was a group home for just, single girls. And then the other part was, teenage mothers, right? So there was this beautiful, beautiful light-skinned chick. I think she was about 17 or something like that. She could have been 17. She could have been 18. Who knows? And she had a beautiful daughter. And then she had a boyfriend, right? So, back then, when you had a baby, they pretty much considered you grown. So her boyfriend, of course, was a grown-ass man, dating this underage girl. But, since she had a baby already, they considered her grown. So he was able to come to the group home, pick her and the baby up, take them out, bring them back, different things of that nature. So when we finally got the story of it, because we was like, something ain't right here, as teenage young girls, we process things well. We understand, we feel vibes, and we can understand things that's going on. Just give us the story and we process it well. So we were just like, something is strange about this situation, because, I don't know. He'll come and he'll go. We could tell that his emotions were mixed. We could see that he wasn't, that he didn't carry himself like this was his child. She always had the baby in her arms. The baby was always, on her hip and close to her and sitting next to her. And he would just kind of like, be there. So we got to saying, something strange here. Well, come to find out, I think they had separated for a minute. right? Or broke up. I don't know. He probably went to go off and do fuckery like they do. He was a grown ass man. She was a teenage girl. You know, and so while they weren't together, or while he was out doing his thing, thinking that he had trained her to sit, boo-boo, sit, another man got his hands on her and got her pregnant and then bounced. And so he, having so much love for this girl, because obviously he, you know, this shit been going on for a long time, dating young, dating underage, and different things of that nature. So while he's out here fucking around doing the fuckery that these men do, he wasn't finding no woman like her. He wasn't finding no other young girls like her, right? She was in a vulnerable situation. Obviously, she, you know, she wasn't with her parents. Something was, you know, the home, her home was dysfunctional to where she was in the foster care system. So, you know, she was pretty much easy prey. He didn't want to let her go because, you know, and this is in LA. He didn't want to let her go. So he decided that he was going to stay with her and I guess help her raise the daughter. I don't know what ended up happening because I ended up leaving that group home, whatever. But we did find out that that wasn't his baby and that they had broken up for a time, because she told us they had broken up for a time and she got pregnant by somebody else and the guy left her. And so now he had to deal with the fact that somebody else got his broad knocked up because he wanted to go out and deal with fuckery. And I'm telling you, that's what happened to this man. But he was one of the ones that said, bitch, I'm not about to raise no other niggas baby. You got me fucked up. You went out there and got pregnant. Now you want another nigga to take care of somebody else's baby. He was like, bitch, you crazy. So now his mission is don't date a single mother. If he needs to take care of his own baby, if somebody, you know, got her pregnant, then that's his responsibility. And you can hear it. You can hear the anger in his voice. So now that I've told you that, let's go back and listen to him again and look at his body language and how his eyes get to twitching, he get to swallowing, he get the fake coughing and shit like that. Go.
Yeah, send the kid. There ain't no point. You ain't letting him walk away.
I want to ask you a question about your theory, Darwin. So we got your method, right, which basically says that no other men could deal with her, right? After she
no man should deal with a woman with kids until their kids are grown. Let the man take care of his family, sort of like what M. White said. If he go in and impregnate multiple women, those women are his.
How about this? So how about this?
He's stuttering and shit. He's stuttering over the topic. Yeah, he's damaged. He's very much damaged.
What's to stop
I gotta
me
be by
F-boy?
myself for the rest of my life.
What's to stop me?
Your children ain't got to be children for the rest of your life unless you continue to become a baby mother for the rest of your life.
Hold on a second. I wanted to finish asking you that question real quick. What's to stop me as the F-boy from after I knocked Bohemia up that now I just hit Jasmine, leave her with a wet behind, and then...
See, his whole motto is, oh well, let's not blame the man. So he's saying I can't blame the man for knocking up my ex-girl because she the one who opened her legs. So she's the one that should suffer the consequences. She's the one that should be shamed. She's the one that should be left alone. She needs to go back and find that nigga that got her pregnant. She needs to go back and be with him. He needs to raise his kids. How dare she go out and get pregnant and come back to me and try to have me raise this baby?
Then I'm going to go trash DJ, Lady O, everybody, and Miss Pearl.
Forced polygyny.
You won't get that.
Those are your kids. You're going to have to take care of them.
I shame men if they have kids and they ain't taking care
Yeah,
of
but look how much damage
You
I've already
decide that
created,
you want
right?
to go. If you decide,
Look at him. He wringing his hands and shit. He over there wringing his head. Ooh, he heated. He
that you want to go be with, make multiple women the mother of your children, so be it. And if those women on the other side also decide that, hey, we want to be pregnant and have kids by the same man, so be it. I'm saying that other men should not be coming in to raise your kids.
Who are you to be telling other men what they should and should not be doing? They can make decisions for themselves. And if they find them a good single mother and they are good within themselves, they're not fucking pedophiles and child molesters and different things of that nature, and they're not looking at the kids in a sexual manner, what's the problem? You find a good woman who got some good kids, she's raising them properly, and you come and you groove in and you add to the pot. See, why? I don't see what the problem is with that. What is the problem? Here's my thing. If you find a single mother and she is, kind of docile in the mind, the kids are controlling the home, they running wild, she don't have no structure, she's weak, because you got a lot of weak single mothers who don't know how to raise their children, who are all over the place. Sometimes they got too many at one time and they just can't seem to get it together. And then they got the baby daddies running in and out, screwing them. You understand what I'm saying? Coming in and out, playing daddy for 3 days and then leaving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't put yourself in that situation. But a single mother who is truly a single mother, who's not involved with her baby daddies because they exited stage left, and these men are not going to be a problem, and you see that she is a good person, a good woman, a good mother, the children are well taken care of, she's doing a damn thing, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? Because you can end up in a situation to where you think you got a single woman with no kids, and you think you're about to come in and you're about to be with her, and she got multiple other niggas on the side. It can be like that. And then, you think you found the one, and she's not the least bit interested in seeing anything in you or being with you. She's just herself having a good time trying to choose a good mate. So you pretty much cancel out your options. I'm not saying, just go date a single mother. If she ain't got her shit together, if her kids is not together, then no, I don't say put yourself in a situation like that. Not by no means. But anyway, let's get back to Psycho right here.
That is your responsibility and your problem, not mine. And I think men should move like that.
Why you make it a problem and the garbage, clean up the trash, and you make a foundation of a child be so like a messy situation? Like, why is it so angry with you? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, did it happen to you to where a situation with a woman?
You see them lines over his glasses, the lines that he's all tense and angry and he's trying to stay composed. But I see you. I see you.
Woman, like, you ended up scarred or hurt behind it. I'm just asking because it really sounds like every example you give of a birth of a child is clean up the mess. You started with that. You started with, we got to stop, us as men, we need to stop taking trash out. Or
yeah, see, so when his broad got knocked up by another dude, her behavior was she was dating him probably, and she liked the way he treated her, but he just wasn't the one at that time. Sort of like how these men do us. We're all into these men, and we're treating them nice. We're submissive. We're doing whatever they want. We're at their beck and call. We're sitting in the house like stool pigeons, waiting for them to fly over to the empty stoop that he done sat next to us, his spot and different things of that nature. But he's just really not feeling us. And, and then when something happens to where he maybe all his broads, you know, he finally wake up and see that all his bras are trash. The ones that he's messing with, aside from her, is trash. She's the only one that is not sleeping around. She's the only one that's not, you know, carrying herself like garbage, like beautiful garbage. And so now he says, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and choose her. And then she's like, nah, nigga. Nah, I don't know. I've been waking up since this stoop next to me has been empty. And I don't want to be with your ass now. So this is pretty much what happened to him. He was all into this girl. She got knocked up by somebody else. And now that she's a single mother, now she wants to come and get on his program. And he like, nah, bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm not about to sit here. Oh, now you want to be into me. Now you want to be nice and sweet. Now you know what I'm saying? You want to focus on me because you're knocked up, because you're pregnant. Nah, bitch, bye. That's what happened.
Cleaning up each other's mess. It's just mess to you. Everything.
It is a mess. I don't call it trash, but it's a liability that doesn't belong
it sounds
to me.
really harsh.
How is it a liability, sir? Because at the end of the day, I mean, when you say it's a liability, are you saying that if you date and marry this chick and you guys end up getting a divorce, are you saying that you're going to have to pay child support for a child that isn't yours? What's the liability here? I don't see the liability. In all actuality, sir, you're the liability, because you're liable to come in, be with this woman and her children for maybe a year or two, and then wake up and decide that this is not the life that you want because you done met some other broad with no kids who you think is more suitable for you and that you can start your own family with. Then you become the liability, because now you have gotten these kids into, I don't know, calling you daddy or Uncle Mike or whatever the fuck your name is, or whatever the title, you know, you got inside the home. The kids are used to you, and now all of a sudden you're gone. You're the liability, sir. You're the liability, because you have 100% potential to abandon this woman and these kids that have gotten to know and love you and gotten used to your presence. You're the liability, sir. Not the woman or the children. You are.
Like, I'm asking,
It is harsh.
Did you go through this?
No, but it doesn't require me to go through it to be able to internalize it.
No, it does. It does require you to go through it to be so passionate about it, unless you're just unless you just have no other goals in life. I mean, you don't have to be an animal lover to go and get involved in an animal group, but 9 times out of 10, usually animal groups are filled with animal lovers. And if you yourself aren't an animal lover, it just means that, you know, you feel for the animals. It don't seem real, though. It's not real. It just seems like you just want to be involved in a plight that you have no experience in. You're just looking for a group of people to be with, to be involved with, to fit in with, because you pretty much probably don't fit in anywhere else. So you're looking for a cause. You're looking for a plight. You're looking for, you know, something to be involved in, but you really have no ties to the situation. So is this what you're saying, sir? No, you're too passionate about it to not have any experience in it. Either it happened to you, or it happened to somebody in your family, or it happened to a close friend of yours, and you are hurt for that situation. You're hurt for that family or friend. You're hurt for them because this is what happened to them. So no, we're not buying that shit. I'm not buying it. Something happened to you, sir.
Interpret it
Well,
as a
typically the
liability.
passion I hear comes from someone that experienced. So that's why I asked.
No, it's the passion that comes from somebody who want improvement amongst his people.
Now, see, that's bullshit. You want improvement among your people, but you won't check Trev for impregnating 4-5 different women, but you won't hold him accountable. You won't tell these men before they do this, don't do this. So I call bullshit. You can't be passionate about your community, because being passionate about your community means that everybody is taken care of. If you have single women in your community who have been impregnated and her and the child abandoned, then that means another man should step up and help out, so that this woman and these children are safe. They have support. They have that male presence, that male figure. You, sir, are full of shit. Because just like a nurse steps up, nurses don't say, oh, well, I'm a nurse, but I can't take care of that sick patient. You know why? Because they're not my family. I don't know them. They're not my family. But since we care about the community as a whole, we're taking care of any and everybody that we're assigned to that's sick, to help them recover, recuperate, and have a good life. So I call bullshit that you're concerned about the community. You can't be. You can't be, because the type of rhetoric you're speaking, it wouldn't be so. It just wouldn't be so. That's just like a mechanic saying, oh, no, I can't fix your car. You're not my family member. No, I can't do that. That car doesn't belong to anybody in my family. I can't fix that. Go have the family and go have somebody in your family fix your car. No, the mechanic says these cars need to be fixed. I'm here to do a job. I want the people in the community to be driving down the street safely. I don't want them to get into any accidents and kill somebody on the streets. So we're going to do a good job as we fix this car, because I care about the community. You understand what I'm saying? So what you're saying is bullshit. What you're saying is complete bullshit.
It doesn't take me to participate in the negligent behavior or cleaning up mess to have some type of passion. Maybe I just want to see my people do better.
So
you want to see your people do better. So as you guys, readily speak about how Black women aren't raising their sons properly, you mean to tell me that you can assist her and you won't? And you're saying that this is how you're caring about your community? This is how you're caring about the next generation of people that are going to take us to the next generation of people? You don't feel, as a Black man, other Black men should step up to the plate and help these women in the community raise functioning individuals for a society? So you want the generational curse to continue. You want her to be a single mother and not have any help from a man, which in turn makes her daughter see that it's okay to be a single mother, which in turn makes her son see that it's okay to knock women up and abandon them and not take care of their responsibility. You want that bullshit to keep going, right? You don't want to bring any clarity to the children. You don't want to help the woman make sure that the kids are set straight. You don't want to help the woman to rear her children to say, no, marry before you carry, or marry before you impregnate. Isn't that what we're trying to fix here? Isn't that what we're trying to fix here? So if you men don't step up to the plate and help these single mothers with these children, then we're just going to keep having the same shit go on over and over again. So I call bullshit. 100% bullshit.
It just comes off like that.
So if you met a woman and she has a
Your
child,
kid's about to be grown. You outside of this whole argument.
Who?
Your kid's about to be grown.
Why? Everyone's just talking about themselves. Are we talking just?
You got a new leaf on life. I will say this.
So I was asking him something though.
Go ahead. Ask
so
away.
If you meet a woman and her last situation, she found out the man was married after they were in a whole relationship. In a whole year relationship, he didn't tell her he was separated. They were legally separated. He failed that information.
Okay.
He got her pregnant. He promised to marry her.
He promised to marry her after she told him she was pregnant.
I see where Lady O going. All right. So
hold on, what is her question?
My question is,
what should you do with that man? The answer is he should go to.
Won't be no baby.
I sense your hesitation because you're trying to make it make sense, but you're going to fail at it. Go ahead and ask your question.
What'd you say?
I sense the reason why you're hesitating because you're trying to use logic in your question and you're just going to run into a wall. But you can ask.
Okay. Well, again, she and him end up having the baby. And then he goes back to his wife. And he then disappears on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
You meet this woman. She has a 3-year-old child.
And what's the question?
Are you not going to date the woman?
No, I'm going to tell her she need to go back to her. She need to go find
the married
her
man?
kid's father.
Right. She can't El Stupido. She can't El Stupido because he done went back to his wife. He went back to his wife. Right? Now if we pick apart that situation, you know, I'm always for accountability. If we pick apart that situation, then I would have to say that the woman didn't do her due diligence and she didn't do her research on this man. See, this is what a lot of times this is what we're failing to do as women. So I'm by no means saying that, you know, men should just, oh my God, just skip past the fact that she's a single mother, but we should also find out why she's a single mother. We should find out why. What's the reason? Because it's the background story and it gives context to the situation and it gives you know, we shouldn't just go into shit blindly, and men shouldn't just be taking care of other men's children. Ma'am, why are you a single mother? So, and you know, if you find a woman that got like 6 different kids by 6 different baby daddies, nah, fuck that. I'm sorry, ma'am. You need to go ahead and you need to handle that. You got too many baby daddies going on here. You need to handle that. Now, you know, we're going to help you in a different way. See, we're going to help you in a different way. There's more than one way to help a single mother, and it doesn't require dating her. There's more than one way to help fatherless children that doesn't require dating the woman. And so this is where we're also failing as a community, because we aren't setting up programs to where these single mothers can take these boys and they can have some mentorship. And then here's the thing too with that. you know, these men are pedophiles to boys as well. You know what I'm saying? They like to, you know, they like to mess with the boys, and they like to mess with the boys in that fashion too. So sometimes, you know, you just really got to vet the mentor. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't have enough programs on the backside to where these young boys can experience a man in their lives that's giving them good, clear directions, that's talking to them, that's giving them, you know, the game of life, and that's, you know, giving them classes and different things on how not to impregnate women before you marry them. We're only looking at one aspect of how to help a single mother, and it doesn't require dating her to do that, to help her children, right? So, but like I said, we need to figure out, why are you a single mother, ma'am? And then we need to figure out, how can we help you as a community if you really give a damn about your community, right? So no, you don't just go find a single mother and just date her because, you know, just because that's how we're gonna help the community. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times these women aren't doing their due diligence. And one of the things that we have access to nowadays is we have access to internet, to where you can do a background check on this man. His wife will come up, his children will come up, his mother will come up, his father will come up if he's on the birth certificate, cousins, sisters, brothers will come up, and you will find information on this man that you're dating, and you will find out whether he's married or separated, because it's actually public knowledge. And these are the types of things that show up on a background check. So, you know, for her to be duped by this married separated man, and then for her to find out that he's married, and then for her to believe that he's going to leave his wife, 9 times out of 10, if the wife files for a divorce or files for separation and she doesn't go through with it, he's going to go back to his wife, because he's not the one who filed. If the man is not the one who filed, he is going to keep his wife. If she so decides that, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to get the divorce anymore, let's get back together. Right? She's usually filing for divorce because it's a tactic to get him to correct his behavior. Right? It's a tactic to get him to correct his behavior. So let me separate from this man. Let me put him out the house. Let me send him out there so he can see what's out there and see that he's not going to find the comforts that this home provides with any other woman, no matter how hard he tries, because the bitch is just not me. That's just not your home that you've been acclimated to. I'm the woman that you're used to being with. I'm your safety net. I'm the one that you can trust with your personal business. I'm the one that you can trust with your social security number. I'm the one that you can trust that there's no other man coming in here and sleeping with me. I'm your safe space. So I'm gonna kick you out your safe space. And I'm going to send you out here amongst a bunch of people you can't trust. You know you can't trust. It takes a long time to get to trust them. And so you can correct your behavior and see what you have lost or what you're going to lose. So once he does get out there and he sees that, and then also there's the threat of, I'm going to have to pay her child support, and I'm going to have to maybe pay her spousal support, if not spousal support, because a lot of times these niggas is broke. They can't afford spousal support. But whether you broke or not, you will pay child support. Sometimes they don't want to put themselves in that situation. So they turn around and they go back to their wives. Now you done got some woman pregnant, and now you have to abandon her and your child. Well, you know what that woman should have done? She should have given him his child so he can take it over there to his wife and they can raise it. And then she go on to and live her life. That's what she should have done. So you're married, you're going back to your wife. Baby boy, take this baby with you. So this baby can have a nice home to live in if it's possible, right? If it's possible. So yeah, I call bullshit. I call bullshit. And these women, they do need to be held accountable as far as why are you a single mother? And here's the thing. See, for me, I was a single mother at one point in time, but I wasn't looking for no man to come in and raise my damn kids. You ain't got nothing for my kids. I know how I want my kids to be raised. So, sir, you can't help me. And even if you do come into this home, you gonna get on my program as far as how I want my kids to be raised. And if not, you need to exit stage left, or matter of fact, you stay here. We'll exit stage left. Right. So sometimes you also have to take into consideration the way the man wants to raise some kids that's not his. Sometimes it don't work out. Right. It don't work out. If you are a single mother and you already have your mindset good, you're already rearing your kids in a good manner. You already know what type of functioning individuals you want them to be in society. And if that man's plans don't match yours, he gotta go. He got to go, because even if you have children with him and you don't want your children, his mindset to be implanted into your girl, 86, that motherfucker, take care of your kids by yourself. You have that luxury. You have that choice. But these women, it's there's too much internet. You can do $9.99 and do a background check on a man. It's too easy to find out who you're dating. It's too easy. It's too easy to find out whether he's married, divorced, separated. It's too easy. It's too easy for you to find out who his wife is and see what's really going on. It's too easy. But sometimes, women as well, they're lazy in relationships. They're lazy in doing their research. And sometimes they even think that they have more power than the wife. You don't have more power than the wife, because when a man decides to marry a woman, ma'am, she's the one. She's the one. So he don't want to let her go because there's something in her. She's safe for him. These men need to feel safe. These men will not be with you if they don't feel safe, if they don't know you, and if they haven't built a comfort level with you. They're not going to just off the rip marry you, right? So yeah, these women, why are you a single mother, man? Why are you just loose like that? You just loose. You got 6 kids, ages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You loose. You're loose. And then if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids with the same baby daddy and you're not married, you're stupid. We're just going to put it out there. You're stupid. Whether you want to be married or not, you should be. At this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids by the same man. No, you should be married whether you want to or not, because these children need to be raised in a home, in a 2-parent home. It is what it is.
No, I'm gonna go.
She got to go find a married man.
In order for me,
she said she got to go find her married man. Stupid.
To get in a relationship or consider that woman, I would have to not be the best version of myself, and I would have to have limited options. It is a sign of desperation for me to be able to do that.
No, it's not a sign of desperation. It's not a sign of limited options. It's not a sign that you're not in the best place in your life. It's a sign that you met this woman and you're really interested in her. You really like her. There's just something about her that, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna, it be like that sometimes. It be like that. And that's why you have a lot of men that are with women and married to women who have children that aren't theirs. It's because, ma'am, I see something in you. I do have other options out there. Married men have options. What you mean? Men that don't have jobs have multiple options. What the fuck are you talking about? Men that are in committed relationships have options. We always all have options. The single mother has options. The married woman has options. The woman in a committed relationship has options. What are you talking about? There's options all over the damn place. Like I always say, you can get some sex quicker than you can get something to eat, sir. What are you talking about? I mean, there's just something about that person. And then see, we just like to look at the fact that we're looking at the mother. We're looking at the mother, the single mother, because she has physical custody of the kids. Now, if the situation was flipped to where the woman is the one who leaves and the man is with the kids, and we got all these single fathers out here trying to raise these girls and boys by themselves, then would the narrative be you shouldn't date a single father? You got to be desperate in order to date a single father, a man that has custody of his kids. Would that be the narrative then? Or would it be, oh, you should go in there as the woman and you should help that man raise those children because they need a mother figure. They need that sensitivity. They need what would the rhetoric be then? You understand what I'm saying? What would the rhetoric be then? And that's how women should start thinking. Don't date a man that have children, whether he has custody of them or not. You know why? Because he needs to go over there and he needs to take care of his kids. So as a single woman with no children, you should not be dating a man that has children, whether he has custody of them or not. Because, sir, why the fuck are you in my face when you need to be over there in your kids' face? Why are you running to my home, avoiding your responsibilities over there to raise your children? So that's where we're messed up at too. Don't date a man that has children that aren't grown. How about that? Because it's a lot of them out there. Whether he's paying child support or taking care of his responsibilities or not, he should be over there in the home with his children. Don't date men that have children, that have underage children. How about that, sir? Maybe I should do a whole line of lives and videos on why women shouldn't date men with children. And the number one reason is because, sir, you need to be over there in them kids' face and not over here in my face spending money on me and my hair and my nails and my personal products and my rent and my bills and fixing my car and buying me groceries. No, you need to be over there doing that with your baby mama, making sure that everything is copacetic in that house where your children are, sir, and you need to be in there with them. So like I said, I wonder what the rhetoric would be if the men had custody of the children, physical custody of the children. Would the rhetoric be, don't date a man with children? But that's just me.
I hold myself to a higher standard where I can find a vessel to plant my.
Sir, you're already married. You're already married, sir. What are you talking about? You shouldn't even be having this conversation. You're off the market and you're already married. You shouldn't be telling single men what to do with their lives. You should be telling married men not to leave their wives, to get separated from their wives, and then go impregnate another broad, and then come back and go back to their wives, abandoning their other child. That's what you should be talking about. You should be talking about married issues. You shouldn't be advising single men because you're not a single man. You're not out there on the block trying to find love, trying to find safety, trying to find security, trying to find somebody to love you, whether she got a child or not. You're not in that situation, so you shouldn't be advising men, single men, or men that ain't taking care of their damn kids anyway.
My seed in that doesn't have somebody else's seed in it. She was irresponsible. She didn't do her due diligence to check public record.
Yeah, that you see, I only watched the first few minutes. So yeah, she should have did her due diligence. She should have checked. So ladies, start checking these public records and start seeing what the hell you need to be checking to see what the hell is going on with this man, because 9 times out of 10 they're fucking lying. They're lying. And this is how we have ended up with a lot of single mothers, because these men are liars and they won't check each other and they won't come to assist them to where they're correcting each other's behaviors. They're sitting here and they're constantly pussy, 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 and we don't hear no dick talk. Oh, we need to put these women back in control. We need to get these women under the control. These women are out of control. These women, no, you men are out of control. I saw this video on Facebook. I should have saved it to my page, but I didn't save it to my page. And the man, he was absolutely right in what he said. However, there's always two sides. So he said, it is up to women to basically keep their legs closed and not allow men sexual access to them. And he was saying the reason why he said that, he gave an example. He said men like vagina and they like money. So he said, why do you think the bank has put so many safety measures to keep people from stealing the money out of the bank? He said because men like money. So in order to keep the men away from the money and stealing the money without them earning it, they have to put the money in a vault. They have to put the money behind a glass in locked drawers. They have to put a security guard outside, an armed security guard outside the bank or inside the bank, to prevent men from stealing this thing that they want. So he's basically saying women need to put these put safety measures in place because men want vagina, and they are going to do whatever they can to get the vagina. Just like men will go in and rob a bank for that money, they will come in and they will lie to you, tell you they love you, tell you they want to be with you, tell you they're committed to you. They'll even marry you just to get the vagina, and then turn around and exit stage left. So he said it is a woman's responsibility to safeguard her vagina. I find that to be 100% correct. But at the same time, the men that rob the bank, there's consequences to taking something that doesn't belong to you. Right? Just like when a man comes in and lies to a woman and impregnates her, there's consequences for that if she makes them suffer those consequences, which is child support, which is she's going to make your life a living hell. She's going to chase you down. She's going to track you down. Some women like to beat up the girlfriend. Some women like to tear up the cars, flatten the tires, bust the windows out. Some women like to do all that. Some women like to expose them online. There's consequences to your actions, right? So, but there are a lot of men walking around who love money, but aren't willing to go and rob a bank for it. You kind of get what I'm saying? Because they have control over their behaviors, and they know that getting a job will bring them money, and the only consequences of it is that you have to get up and give your time. So there is a such thing of men having to practice self-control and take different routes to get money. And that should be the same thing with men when it comes to vagina. I mean, I'm just saying, have some self-control.
See, whether this man was married or divorced, she could have got on the damn T app and found all this. But it was her negligence, and I am not gonna reward her or enable bad behavior. I'm gonna tell her to turn her ass around. If she wants some short term, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna tell her to turn her ass around,
run around
and get the hell on.
They want to put him on the T app.
Oh, now see, he's not gonna tell her to turn herself around unless he wants some short term. So you willing to screw a single mother? See, they willing to stick their dick knee deep in you, but they're not willing to come in and be responsible. They'll fucking leave. Oh, they'll do that all day long. But no, don't do anything else but come in and screw her and leave. See the mindset? See the fuckery? See the hypocrisy? Oh, she's good enough for you to stick your penis in, but she's not good enough for you to help her with her life if she needs it. Not saying that we need it. We don't need you motherfuckers. We really don't. However the damn kids get raised, they get raised and go on about their damn business. What? They're gonna grow up. So like, why is there so much talk about don't date a single mother? We don't give a fuck. That's where you're sadly mistaken. We don't give 3 fucks whether you want to date us or not. Nigga, go on over there somewhere else and do your thing and stay the fuck away from me and my kids. First of all, because the majority of you niggas ain't doing nothing but looking at the kids anyway. You don't even want the woman. You want the kids. You waiting for the kids to grow up so you can start screwing them. So yeah, it would probably be in our best interest for you not to date a single mother, because your intentions aren't good anyway. You niggas lack dick control. I'm just saying.
I will say this because
So sad,
one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to be too much of a hypocrite, but I always say I did marry when I had a kid. I had a child as a teenager, and I did, meet somebody when I was 17, and we got married the next year, and we stayed together 10 years. I will say this. If you find yourself in that situation and you find yourself grateful to have a man to, want to marry you with a child, like my ex-husband, we didn't have issues with disciplining my oldest son, but also my oldest son's father was still very active in his life as well. But you got to give the man something. But then I gave him 3 children too, the man that I married. So you definitely want to give him something. It's not. I wouldn't to the next woman. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't encourage a woman to do that. I wouldn't encourage a woman to have kids out of wedlock at all. I just wouldn't. Even now, of course, I don't have girls, have opposite sex, but
But Lady O, in your sense of saying that, it's the security aspect, correct?
Mm-hmm. I found that I had way more security after, even although me and my husband parted ways 10 years later when we divorced. That was way more.
It's a religious principle too, right, Dr. Lady O?
Yeah, religion.
Something that a lot of women at disown.
Yeah, yeah. And,
what are we doing to Okay, so Darwin, in your scenario.
Okay, I'm done. Now they're it's kind of going left for me. Because they're getting into a bunch of other stuff. We know religion is not a big part in people's lives anymore. Religion is not a part of a man's mindset. We know this, as evidenced by the multiple amount of single mothers that are out here in this world. We know they don't have no fear of God. They don't have not a piece of God in them. So we're going to just let that sit right there. That's a conversation for another day. And we're just gonna move right along. But anyway, somebody knocked up his favorite broad. Somebody knocked up the woman that he thought he was going to marry, and so he's still distraught about that, and so he's hating on all single mothers. He's hating on all single mothers. He don't want them to have a happy existence with a man because he didn't want to. He's so hurt because somebody knocked his broad up. But anyway, y'all go ahead and have yourselves a good day, and I don't know, I might be back. Smooches.